Alright guys, and welcome back to Forza Motorsport 6. This is Car Wars episode 15, and in today's episode I will be racing the Ferrari Enzo Ferrari against the Ferrari LaFerrari at the Monza circuit. First up, it will be the Enzo Ferrari. Okay, so here is the Enzo Ferrari, and off the line it is incredibly quick. And you know, for 2002 this car definitely holds its own against more modern cars. But I am quite interested to see just how good it... Oh shit, the bed. That's not how you take that corner in an Enzo. But I am quite interested to see how this car actually performs against the LaFerrari. And after that display... Oh shit, right. This is the first time I've actually driven this car, so that's a wee disclaimer. Also, it's the first time I've been on Forza in about a week and a half. So... just bear with me. I'll figure something out. You know, I've been playing the Crew recently. I'm probably just going to edit out this whole first lap. I rarely ever drive this car. I like the look of it. I like the sound of it. But I never drive it. And I think I kind of know why. It's just got way too much horsepower. Or I'm just way too much of a moron to be driving it. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. The brakes lock up so fucking easy. Controller actually feels weird. It feels weird to be back on Forza Motorsport. As I was saying there, I was on the Crew for like the past 5 days because it was available for free with Xbox Gold. And I just wanted to try it out. I've never actually played it. I may actually post some videos of it. It's quite good, I have to admit. I've actually had a lot of fun on it, which I never thought was possible for whenever I went on it, because the graphics just weren't as good as what I was expecting. And I went off the track. Yet again, I can't even believe that. This hasn't been good. Of course, there is a bit of a learning curve with this car. You kind of need to drive it and adapt your style to match the style that this car requires. If you're a bit too overzealous, you may have some difficulties. As was seen on the first lap, it just wasn't performing the way that I should have been. Like the first corner or second corner basically, and I'm 13 seconds faster. You don't usually get that on the second lap. It's just got that acceleration and high top speed. And braking performance is actually incredibly good. I believe now that once I've kind of got the feel for this car, my lap times are going to be improving quite drastically. I'm starting to get the feel for it and starting to get the feel for the way that it brakes and slows down, and also how it takes the corners. And after saying all of that, I mess up that corner. Yes, typical fashion. Start finish straight. It's picking up so much fucking speed. I'm quite surprised at just how fast this car is, and that's a 147. It's pretty damn fast. Just adding a wee bit of power mid-corner is incredibly beneficial to this car. However, if you add too much, you'll just spin up them rear tires, and you'll end up going off the track, or maybe spinning out on track. Love that steering wheel, love the wee lights on it. And they actually see that this technology was available and was in use. It was quite impressive. And I think this car also came with a dual clutch transmission, but do not quote me on that. I don't know enough about the Ferrari Enzo to actually solidify that statement. But we're across the line with a 1 minute and 45. That's incredibly good, and the LaFerrari is going to have to work really fucking hard to actually beat that time. That's quite something. I wasn't expecting that fast from this car, taking into consideration that it is 14 years old. But guys, I'll see you back in a second with the LaFerrari. And now we're back with the Ferrari LaFerrari. Of course, this car is only 3 years old now. This is the 2013 model. I believe there has been some improvements since then. And as you can see, the car's also yellow. So all those Ferrari purists who believe that Ferraris should only be red, I am truly sorry, but I think they look better in yellow. They're just such a nicer colour, such a more vibrant colour. Also, you can't beat you just can't beat yellow on some cars, and I think the Ferraris look amazing in yellow. Some of them actually look better in blue. You know, I think the F12, I saw one, you know, in blue in a picture on Facebook, and I thought, wow, that looks really nice. Also, the gearing ratios in this car are much shorter than that of the Enzo, so you spend a lot of time shifting gears. Like, we were between those two corners back there, which isn't a great distance, we were actually up in the 5th gear. And even here as well. Oh, shite. Getting a wee bit overzealous there. A wee bit over enthusiastic as well, thinking this car can actually hold a lot more speed. But taking into consideration this car's only 11 years older. No, older. Fucking hell. 11 years younger than the Ferrari Enzo. The interior has changed massively. There's a lot more carbon fibre, there's a lot more wee dials and buttons and weird shit on the steering wheel. You know, but it looks class. It's amazing. You know, I'm more of a fan of the McLaren P1's interior than this car, but wow, this interior is it's class. And I've fucked up. Probably be best if I focused on the track and not the buttons on the steering wheel. I was actually trying to see what that wee one down below the engine start button was, but I don't know. And first lap of 1:47. It's not bad. But we're coming down here like over 200 miles per hour. Of course, this corner looks as though you could maybe carry 200 miles per hour through it, but you can't. And this car actually was carrying a lot of speed through there. So it's well planted. Shit the fucking bed. Seriously, wow. This is... I'm so bad at driving Ferraris at times. Jesus. I was about to say I need to stop driving fast Ferraris, but like, you know, all Ferraris are quite fast, but things like the 488, I think that's where I kind of get to my limits of being able to drive a Ferrari. Things like Enzo's and La Ferraris, it's a bit of a struggle. Especially on Forza Horizon 2, I just, you know, La Ferrari, I drove it for a while and then I just went, wow, I cannot actually handle this car at all. And then the McLaren P1, I'm very similar as well, so I cannot handle it. Unfortunately, I have not actually had a chance to drive the 918, which is unfortunate in the sense that it's all-wheel drive and it will handle so much differently to all of these. You know, I just sort of wish that, understeered again, that it was just available from the beginning of the game, but it's not. It's DLC, and that DLC costs a lot of fucking money. But the 918, out of all of them, is actually my least favourite. The one I like the most is the La Ferrari. You know, I just think it looks so much better. And that lap, we were a 140. That's incredibly good. And taking into consideration, I've also messed up some of these corners, and I'm still about 5 seconds faster than that Enzo. It goes to show that this hybrid power out of the corners is just so much better than a naturally aspirated V12. It should have stayed in third for that corner. This car has about 950 brake horsepower. You know, in some cars that will be too much for it being rear wheel drive, but this car just... But all the technology that Ferrari has implemented into the car actually makes it so it's safe. You know, like 950 brake horsepower, rear wheel drive, and the word safe usually don't go in the same sentence or in the same breath. It just doesn't seem safe. 950 horsepower, say you stuck that into a BMW M3, you're gonna die. But whenever you stick it into a Ferrari, and you have a Ferrari mechanic tune the damn thing, it is, you know, it's some of the fastest cars out and about. And it's amazing how this car actually handles it. And I remember seeing it on Top Gear, you know, the one with James May and all them boys. I loved it, you know. the technology that it was shown and how it actually performed at the Ferrari test track. But we're across the line with a 1 minute 41 being the fastest time. Although that lap was actually cleaner than the previous, I actually was 1 second slower. But taking into consideration this car is 11 years younger, it's 4 seconds faster. So, like, it's not really bad. It's pretty good. It's interesting to see just how much more beneficial the hybrid power is for cars like this. But guys, both of these cars are amazing to drive, regardless of which one's faster. I actually had a lot of fun. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.